Thank you, Priyan. Namaskar and a very good afternoon to all of you. I must say that I'm really thankful and humbled that my friend Rakshanda and Priyan got in touch with me, and I am associated with CRY. I'm so touched that I did not know about the 12th June importance. The second week of June is always important for all of us. I belong to Pune, and for me it is very important because rains start. And since from my childhood I have enjoyed rains, and I really had a rich childhood. So I never knew it also can have a different connection to the date. I'm so thankful to the Carnival Cinema that they have decided courageously to be a part of this beautiful endeavor. Well, I'm going to read out a couple of short stories about a few children. I must tell you that I'm a studious actor, so generally when I am invited to go anywhere, I do go through the material that has been provided to me. When I read these stories, the tears wouldn't stop, and I was really I never wanted to know these stories. I was so upset that I had such a lovely life so far, and I really don't want to know there are some painful lives around me, and I'm not able to do anything about it. I took a step further, and I decided that before we go for CRY event, let me just share these stories with a few friends. I was at a party over the weekend, and I decided that of course we talk about each other's lives and we gossip about the friends who are not present. We talk about our diet, we talk about our fashion. But let me just try and make a difference, and let me just read out these stories. I must tell you, the entire mood of the party changed. They wanted to know more. One of my friends wanted to know if I can help Gudiya. Can I meet her? She wanted to come for the event. She thought Gudiya is going to come here today. And some more friends said that they nullified the option of gifting something to these children. They said we want to be volunteers with CRY. Is that possible? And I just felt that this is such a wonderful awareness for everyone. I mean, by asking me to join you, you have already created awareness in me and in my family, extended family and friends. That really mattered to me. People were choked, friends were in tears. So let me just read out these stories without getting emotional about it, and I'm leaving it to you how you want to react upon these stories. So first story is of Gudiya. My name is Gudiya. It means doll. But my life is far from a child's play. I'm 12 years old. I'm in 7th standard. My favorite subject? English. I can speak it a little. I'm the 4th among 7 sisters. The eldest is 20 years old. The youngest was born 4 months ago. My father is a driver. My mother is a housewife. The elder sister got married 2 years ago and moved to our village. We haven't seen her since. My second sister will be married by the year end. I don't know how long I will continue studying. My mother is in the hospital right now, and between us 5 sisters, we take care of the baby. When she cries through the night, none of us sleep. Before we go to school, my sisters and I cook and clean. Later I do the dishes, and then we sit down to make earrings. We get paid ₹1 per earring, and we manage to finish around 50 each night before we go to sleep. That means 50 rupees. What do I want to be when I grow up? I don't know. Actually, I would love to be a dancer. I'm crazy about dancing. When the music plays, I can't hold myself back. I just dance like there's no one is watching. If my parents found out, they would be angry. But I'm happiest when I get to dance. But who will give me a chance to explore my passion? Who will let me live out my heart's desires? This was Gudiya. There are many stories, but we have chosen a few. So here is a little glimpse of Ravi's life. I'm Ravi. I live in Mumbai with my parents and my siblings. My father works on a construction site and my mother stays at home. We come from Amravati. I do not go to school. I dropped after the 3rd standard. I go with my father on a construction site. Sometimes I accompany my friends to the nearby railway station where I polish shoes. My siblings also spend time on the streets either begging or rag picking. It took a lot of effort to get my parents convinced that we belong to the school. Now they understand slowly, and education is the only way to break the cycle of poverty and homelessness. This is really, I mean, we have many stories like this, but let me tell you that we all have had different kind of childhood, and I must say mine was the most rich childhood. I always say that let everyone get a childhood like me, where parents were ready to shower love. I was extremely protected. I had shelter, I had food, and beyond that, I had lot of affection and pampering. I always felt that I am the most important person in the family. I could pursue what I liked. My father wanted me to learn dance, mother wanted me to learn classical music. I was very good at sport, and everyone was so encouraging about the fact that I am such a lovely child. And I always felt मैं इनकी आँखों का तारा हूँ. And today that confidence, I mean, I have seen different seasons in my emotional life, but since my childhood was so strong, it was so very well rooted that life is beautiful. I don't have to worry about money. I don't have to worry about the emotional bonds. I don't have to fear that one day we will be asked to vacate the house and go on the streets. I had a very secured childhood, and that matters to me today when I look back at these stories. And now that I am a mother, I have a daughter who's 4.5 and who's exactly repeating the history, who is now Hamari Aankhon Ka Tara. And I feel that here I am already, there are friends who are suggesting कि she's so fond of, my daughter is fond of nature, तो उसे ये कैंप पे ले जाओ, यहाँ पे ताडोबा लेके जाओ, या fireflies देखने जा रहे हैं हम लोग over the weekend. So you know, I'm all out there. I feel that I'm such a aware parent. I take care of my daughter so well. But is she the only one in this country? There are so many children who are growing up, and it is our responsibility as a citizen, as a parent, to look after the children. They definitely have full right to have a decent childhood. They are going to grow up as this country's able citizens, and if we tell them right from the beginning that this is a lovely land and you are so lucky that you were born as a human being, then they will definitely create wonders when they grow up. But right from the beginning, right from the childhood, if they were told that तुम्हें 2 टाइम का खाना भी नहीं मिलेगा, तुमको काम करना पड़ेगा, you have to earn your food, they don't deserve to earn their food. It is our wish to, you know, give them birth. तो ये हमारी जिम्मेदारी है कि उनको हमने बहुत अच्छा, बहुत सुंदर बचपन देना चाहिए. Let us think about this. I appeal to all of you to think about this. Just look around. Just look at the possibilities, how many lives we can change. Just one line matters. I must tell you, I had a domestic helper at home, and it is our habit to treat everyone with respect. So her mother lied to us that she was 18. And when I found out, I had to tell her that you can't work anymore. She worked for a year. She was 17 when she joined me. And I was very attached to her. And I didn't tell her to leave, but I just had to request her that this is not what you're supposed to do. You're not going to do dusting and jhadu katka in my house. Just because you look good and I believed that you are 18 doesn't mean that you have right to work. I will support you, but you must stop working. You must enjoy your age. And it was very, I mean, you may feel very filmy, but the day she said goodbye to us, she hugged my daughter. She was in tears, and she wore her chappals, and she walked down 2 steps. She turned back and she told me, "ताई मी शिकणार आहे, मी 10वी पूर्ण करणार आहे." which means that I will study. I will complete my 10th standard because she was a dropout. And I can't tell you how I have many awards in my house. My showcase is full of awards. But that line means a lot to me. That line means the world to me. That someone reciprocated to my emotions and what I wanted to say. It wasn't a fight that आपने हमें फसाया, आपने हमें cheat किया, just walk out. But I requested her because she deserved something really better. There must have been times when I must have said कि ये ग्लास ऐसे क्यों लाया, जब मेहमान आते हैं तो ग्लास बाहर से गीला नहीं चाहिए, नहीं होना चाहिए. I really don't like those glasses which are, which have drops outside. So I have said such things to her and I felt so guilty. Let us all wake up to these feelings, because we really don't have time when we are living in metro cities. We have so much to do. We have a to-do list for the day, for the week, and for the month, and for the year, and for our life. Our missions are set. So we really don't have time to look at all these small things. But let us make a difference. Let us thank CRY for being there so ably, so responsibly, and so emotionally for us, because they are working for the children who are around us. And as I really feel, they are the world, they are the future. So let's care for the future and let's assure them and us that life is really beautiful. Thank you, everyone.
Sonali, thank you for that. I've been over 15 years at CRY, and we're always confronted with children and the situation that I'm in. But you really touched me today, as I'm sure you've touched everyone.
Look here, Santa. So,
should we start from the right so that we look in one direction? So let's start and move there. Okay.
That's a good idea. You know how you have practiced at this one.
here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Come in, Santa. Sonali ma'am, yeah? Look here, last.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How it feel to be a part of CRY rights and what you write?
It is a very emotional issue, I feel. It is not as easy to say that it feels really proud and nice to be a part of the endeavor, but I must say that it has definitely made me much more aware about the situation because of the numbers that I got to see. Because generally we feel that such things should not happen. We are a good society and we are doing good to others too. But this national anthem unveiling was an eye-opener for me in person, because I got to know that the ratio in metro cities when it comes to child labor has not gone down. It is decreasing, but very slowly, and as mature and aware citizens we need to take assertive steps to stop this.
मैम एक्चुअली होता क्या है कि ये एक दिन होता है वर्ल्ड अगेंस्ट चाइल्ड लेबर, एक दिन के लिए रहता है, फिर लोग धीरे धीरे भूल जाते हैं. बट ऐसी ऐसी फाउंडेशन जो होती है CRY जैसे, वो लगातार इसके पीछे रहती है. तो CRY फाउंडेशन जो है उसके बारे में आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
Should I answer in Hindi or English? Because first answer was in English. So I'll continue in English. Somewhere I feel this is not only CRY responsibility to make a better society, it is each and every individual's responsibility, because as a society is not something which is probably a structure. It is us. It is each one of us. So I strongly feel that if we join hands with CRY or with any such good effort, on day-to-day basis, if we decide to be a very sensitive citizen of this country or of this globe, we will definitely make a difference if we start start taking steps by stopping such activities, by appealing people. It is not about accusing them of doing some crime if they were employing children, but it also about having a dialogue, and it is also about making the child aware that you don't belong here, you belong to a school, you belong to a better environment. I think we ought to do this, and we should do this tirelessly without depending only upon CRY, who's doing a wonderful, wonderful activity, and who's making us all aware about how in thickest we are right now.
Okay, ma'am. Any plan to make a film basis on such children or producers, please?
It is the need of the hour, and I would love to be a part of any film which is based on this cause. Right now, I'm just an actor, so I will definitely depend upon a writer or a director and a producer. But if they plan a film, I will definitely initiate them to make one, and I would love to do that.
What kind of role you want to play in your upcoming movies?
I have very interesting work lined up right now. There are 2 plays that I am doing. I have produced one play that is called White Lily and Night Rider, which is a tearjerker and a comedy. And there is another play called Gardish Mein Tare, where I play Geeta Dutt. Not her role, but a story based on Guru Dutt and Geeta Dutt's life. I have produced a poetry program called Karunopanishade, which is based on Baba Amte's literary work. There are films which are lined up. There is a film called Katsa Limbu, which is a Marathi film by Prasad Oak. We are in the midst of the shoot, and there is a film called Dil Dimag Batti, which I can say is going to be a laugh riot. I'm shooting for which currently, and there are 2 more projects which are lined up, so preparing for that. Thank you.
लगने लगता है कि हमें इसके खिलाफ काम करना ही चाहिए, चाहे रेगुलर ही चाहिए. मुझे नहीं लगता मुझे ज़्यादा सोचना पड़ा या Please share it with me. I forgot to tell Rakshita if she could click some pictures. I always do that, but we reached in no time. I live in car. I wanted to request you to click these photos.
I have already clicked.
You have, so please share them with me. Share some decent pictures where probably.
One second, we just need 2 pictures. One second, we just need 2 pictures. You want me?
Yeah, the cry. Yeah, the cry thing.
मैंने बोला कि बॉलीवुड मूवी ऐसे अपने आप में ओवरऑल चाहिए डेवलपमेंट में चाहिए विकास में.
And just one with the cry team and my lovely interns also.